This is just the reality of it. So women, you know, we're more educated now, and I think that we're furthering our education. So with that being said, we're going to hold off on the baby making. We're going to hold off until we get that great job, really career driven. And I don't think there's anything wrong with hoping that there's someone either on your level or higher than you.
So, okay.
Go ahead, love doctor.
All right. So before, right, it was okay when the man made more money to be the one to buy everything, to do, you know, treat you and all this other kind of stuff. And now that you make more money, you can't be that one, right? You can't be the one to pay for the meal, and because you're dating down.
I hate that.
Like to me, by this particular study, I have to date down now. What is that? You wanted to make more money? You wanted to make more money? You make more money? What's the if there is a responsibility with making more money? First of all, I don't believe in any of it. But if there's a responsibility that comes with making more money, accept it. You wanted to make more money.
In movies, we often see successful women portrayed as finding their perfect match and living happily ever after. However, in reality, the complexities of real-life relationships and personal fulfillment for successful women are often not accurately depicted in popular media.
I wasted 10 years on feminism and woke culture. And
when did you realize that it was a lie?
Probably like a year ago.
A year ago.
That's the problem.
What made you like realize?
And it's interesting. Like I started really listening to Andrew Tate's like long form content.
Yeah. Nice.
And understanding truly what he meant.
Yeah.
And it really changed everything for me. And how I viewed men and women and relationships.
So you think the biggest lie of feminism was a lie, I guess?
Yeah,
fair
unfortunately.
Enough. What's the biggest lie that feminism sells women, in your opinion?
That women don't need a man.
A lot of women have started to wake up, and they are realizing that what third wave feminism fed them and promised them isn't all it's cracked up to be. I mean, I cannot tell you how many videos come across my TikTok page, my X feed, all of it, that are just like this.
Man, I feel lied to by the culture. But I'm gonna take full responsibility there, man. I fell for it. I fell for the boss bitch, the, like, I could do everything by myself, that hyper independent bullshit. And I'm 31 now, and I still don't have kids. I still don't have a family.
And so many women around her age are reevaluating their lives, reevaluating what the hell they were focused on for the last 10 or 15 years, and are realizing that they probably want to change everything. And to me, it's heartbreaking because these women, they really were lied to. The feminist marketing machine of the last 30 years was insane, and not leaning into it, that's a Sheryl Sandberg joke,
I am a woman,
was considered the weird and non-traditional path. If you didn't do that, you were considered the black sheep. In the comments of that video, one person said the 30s will do that. It's like a switch gets flipped. Family over everything. But the sad thing is, that used to just be the norm. From the beginning, from your childhood, family was everything. That is where you put your priorities. Now, it's like you have to mature and age into realizing that that is what is most important, which is very sad. Another person said, this is how we will heal our society. Glad to see more women waking up. Another girl said, I'm glad I'm realizing this at 26. I think she's meaning to say I still have a lot of time. Hopefully God puts that good man in my path. Another woman said, yes, I blame Beyonce. Independent woman song, the programming started in high school. I mean, that could be just a whole other episode, and going through all the cultural icons and the entertainment that furthered this idea that women do not need anything or anyone except their career and themselves to be happy. Now, around the same time that I saw that TikTok back in December, I was sent this story. 38-year-old woman decides that she wants a baby and claims that she has been betrayed by feminism. And on Twitter, this got 8.8 million views, and the comments were lit up. So this article is about a woman who did a video for Fox. That's what the screen grabs are from. And she got very vulnerable about her life and her choices and all of it. But she was brought on to Fox because of an open letter that she wrote for Business Insider earlier in the fall. And I cannot believe I did not see this until last month because it is so good. And her open letter is entitled, I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized that I want a child. I am terrified that I've missed my opportunity. I told my friends and family that I'd never get married again. I needed independence, a fulfilling career, and space to chart my own course. And I didn't think marriage fit into that vision. I was content to look towards a future without a husband, children, or the trappings of a traditional life. But then, after a bad breakup and her 38th birthday, she said that she began to feel an incredible urgency to find the relationship and stability to see me through the second half of my life. To my amazement, I began seriously thinking about marriage and children. I hardly recognized myself. I mean, society has told women that nothing matters except themselves, that they don't need anyone else, that they shouldn't want anyone else. In fact, wanting a partner, specifically a male partner, is just indoctrination from the patriarchy. And so you need to completely reject that. Our society needs good women. We need good mothers, we need good families, and we certainly need more children. And I love that she discovered this, even if it's later on.
Many of these women, who are often referred to as post-wall, realize a harsh reality. The men they devoted their younger years to have moved on. They now date younger women and live a lifestyle similar to Sex and the City. Meanwhile, the older women are left wondering where all the good men have gone.
There's not a big pool of good men.
That's a lie.
100% lie.
That's not a lie.
That is a lie.
That's not a lie. Me.
Listen.
What?
There's not a lot of good men who want y'all. I'm clapping for myself. There's a lot of good men out there where the good man at? Like they hiding under a rock or in a cave. They everywhere. They at the gas station. They at Costco. They at Equinox. They at the bank. They walking right past you and you don't show up on their radar because of the way you are. They're going to walk right by you. Okay. And you in LA. If you in LA or anywhere LA adjacent, your pretty face ain't going to go too far because everybody's pretty. Matter of fact, you ain't even got to be born pretty or wake up pretty. But when you leave your house, you're going to be pretty. So everybody's pretty. That's a prerequisite. So if that's all you got to offer, we're not looking at you. When have you ever heard a woman admit to not being shit? She'll say, this man ain't shit. He ain't shit. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. He was bad. My dad wasn't shit. There's plenty of good men. They just don't want your ass.
There are a bunch of Gen Zers talking about how they feel like they're aging worse than millennials or sometimes even their parents, and so much so it has even made it to the New York Times. So let's discuss.
An article in the New York Post went deep into Gen Z's anxiety about aging. It suggests that turning 30 is the new apocalypse. And according to the article, life might as well end at 22. The Post has a reputation for publishing pieces that hover around red pill ideologies, though they would never openly confess to it. Doing so would awaken too many minds. Much of the Western financial structure thrives on men remaining oblivious to their intrinsic value.
This should not be this hard. I get sweating before I even start.
First off, excuse the messy garage, that was getting cleaned up after I got done mowing. But I originally took this video because I was going to be like, I don't need a man, I can do this on my own. After 2 hours of struggling, I ran to Walmart, I did an oil change, I had to go get more gas. I pulled that thing probably 50 to 60 different times and could not get it to start. I was sweating, I was tired, I was getting so frustrated. So I texted my ex-husband. I was like, is there a trick? I cannot get this to work. Like, I was getting so frustrated with myself.
You know, life after divorce. As a woman, I would honestly sit here and say, as much as I've made the decision and the choice to divorce my husband then, I also regret it. I don't regret it because I still loved him, but I regret it because I feel like I denied my children the right and the opportunity to have what people call a normal family. Now today I'm sitting with kids who are in the statistic of divorce. So as much as I've divorced, I would never ever advise anybody to go through a divorce.
I just told him that I want to get a divorce. And I know this was the best decision for the both of us. And I know, like, it may not seem like it right now, but this is gonna be like the best decision for the both of us, and we're gonna be so much happier because we're gonna find the person who was meant to be. And I'm not hurt, and I'm more so sad about how my kids gonna handle it. Because I know they love their dad. I have faith that it's gonna work out, and everybody, including my kids, are gonna be so happy. And whoever decides they want to spend the rest of their life with me and treat me with respect and loyalty, that they gonna love my kids, and my kids gonna let them too. But I'm just, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
Divorce my husband. Why did I divorce my husband? I divorced my husband because I was making a certain amount of money. I divorced my husband because I thought I didn't need him anymore. I divorced my husband because I had this senior position at work and thought I held the same position at home. I divorced my husband because I thought I was better than him because I had my degree now. I divorced my husband because I thought a successful marriage meant I was here and he was down here. That is not success. That's fucking sickness. All the while, my husband done found somebody else building a relationship and building a life with them.
Numerous women who had embraced the "I don't need a man" mindset or pursued swift divorces are beginning to experience regret. The reason is that they are now encountering challenges in finding committed partners. In their current circumstances, they find that their prospects are limited.
I hate getting older because as I've gotten older, I've only developed more anxiety about the people around me and their health and their well-being. I mean, I got older and my dog died. I got older and my family member got cancer. Obviously, I'm worried about getting older for myself too because our health deteriorates and things happen. But like more than myself, I'm so worried about the people around me.
But it is weird when you used to see your parents as like superheroes who are invincible and now they just seem weak and fragile. I'm always like, text me when you're home.
Fear is such a big topic in my life right now. Fear of getting older.
In the last few days, I've seen many posts from young women on social media platforms like Reddit and Instagram expressing their fears about getting older. Some have even mentioned that they would rather not live to be 30 or 40 because they are worried about losing their youthful appearance.
Morgan Stanley predicted that 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single and childless by 2030. One of the reasons is because the number of prime working age women in the US has been increasing steadily, and most of these women are single and completely focused on their career. That single childless women very generally tend to be much more unhappy, much unhealthier, especially mentally, much lonelier and much less fulfilled than women who have a husband and children. This is just statistically true. This has been proven through many different types of studies and research. But this is bigger than a woman's happiness. This is about the bedrock of any healthy society. What is the bedrock of any healthy society? It's not money. It's not buying things. It's not consumerism. It's the family. It's the family unit. It's always been that way.
All right, guys, we've come to the end of this video. And if you enjoyed it, do well to click on the like and subscribe buttons. Don't forget to check other videos on our playlist. We've got some amazing contents for you. See you in our next video.